Welcome back to Skyrim for seniors, and I do mean citizens. I'd like to point Thea, my sister, who lives with me and is much younger than me, by the way. Doesn't mean she's young exactly. She's just much younger than me by a lot, actually. But in fact, I've always accused my parents of raising a babysitter before they had. I have three younger sisters, and which one are you? Where, no, where is Rhea? Ah, Lydia.
I am your sword and your shield.
Follow me, Lydia.
Lead the way.
Okay. Um, any rate, she heard me talking last time and pointed out that I said that this item, this Nordic pickaxe, was used, that I used it in a place called Stalrim, and she pointed out, no, 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 that's not a place. Stalrim is a thing. It's a crafting item. That the place is Solstheim, and of course she's absolutely correct, as she usually is. She's a much better game player than I am. Thea, by the way, is not her real name. Thea is her screen name that she's had since the 80s. As I said, she's a much better game player and has been playing for a very long time. Darkwater Crossing is where we're going to start because the place we're going I have not identified yet. It's a place called Mistwatch. And Darkwater Crossing is a place from which we can walk conveniently. Darkwater Crossing is a corundum mine. As you can see,
I used to be an adventurer.
they
Like
have
you.
corundum
Then I
laying
took an
around,
arrow in the knee.
which I'm not interested in stealing. I'm just showing you the corundum, that's all. Now, I brought Lydia with me
Learned about you and your honeyed words.
um, because I dressed Lydia in a Forsworn armor. I upgrade the armor tremendously. She's wearing it because it's upgraded. Because a follower will wear something if it's much better than, well, not much better, just better than what she's wearing otherwise. And I like female followers in Forsworn armor. I just think the armor is much,
What is it?
well, it looks better than that, doesn't it? I mean, isn't it better looking armor? I mean, wouldn't you agree that Lydia looks good in that? Lydia, you fulfilled your
I've got your
job,
back.
and you can go.
I'll head back home if
Yeah,
you
you
need
can
me.
go on home now.
I find your wolfish grin unsettling.
And I want to apologize, Lydia, for using you for show and tell. That was kind of cheap of me, and I apologize. You deserve better. But you do really look nice in that armor. Okay, so what? It's 3 in the afternoon. Okay. So enough of that. Now, let's see. Let me get my mind back on what I'm supposed to be thinking about, and that is discussing the upcoming. Yes, I am an archer. I am a stealth archer. I choose that because, again, it's an action chosen because of a philosophy. My philosophy is I don't want to die. I choose not to die ever if I can help it. And I see no reason whatsoever to ever belly up to somebody and slash and hack with them, giving them the opportunity to perhaps kill me. I like to kill at a distance. I don't see any reason to give anybody a chance. I don't believe in fairness in the slightest bit. Uh, there's no fairness in combat. There's no fairness in battle. It's just a matter of killing. Now, I guess I'll have to explain. I don't have to, but I'm going to. I did spend 9 years, 4 months, and 9 years and almost 5 months in the Marine Corps from the spring of 66 to the summer of 65. Those years won't mean a thing to young people because you don't know any history. You don't care about history. So I won't enlighten you as to what exactly was occurring during those years. I'll talk about it later. But as far as I'm concerned, you never give a foe a fair shake. You execute him. You don't want to give them a chance to even hit you. So after playing Skyrim for several times back in late 2011 and early 2012, and just getting the dookie beat out of me by the game and the opponents in the game. I was just terrible at the game. I figured out what to play, how to play it, what to play, and I settled on a stealth archer as the way to play. A way to kill people at a distance without giving them a fair chance, because fairness has got nothing to do with anything in combat. And this is Mistwatch. And this is, well, there it is, Mistwatch discovered. And if this turns out the way I hope it does, you'll see this is the way I try All right, now there's two more people running around over there. All right, they have now quit running around. Now see, I missed. Now missing is a terrible sin as far as I'm concerned. But this is why distance is your friend with a bow. Distance is your best friend with a bow. Because while missing is terrible, I did a terrible job, but that was just an awful job. I'm ashamed of myself. I should have picked them off while they were up there, and then but I kept missing. Dwarven bow. The Zephyr is a dwarven bow. I think Zephyr is a good example. I mean, if you look at the smithing, Dwarven is up the heavy armor side, which is not what I normally favor. But oh no, oh excuse me, I got something drifted in the door and got in my nose. It's at the low end of things. Obviously, it's the very first level. It's a low end bow, but it doesn't matter because it can be improved. You don't need high-end armor. You don't need high-end weapons. Not with the way you can improve things. This is Blackbriar mead here. This is good mead. Look at that, Blackbriar mead. That's good stuff. That's Honning Brew there, I think. That's good stuff. Oh, what happened? I came out. Oh, I see what happened. I went in one side and came out the other.
Who's there? You over here, quick, before any of them show up. Stendar's mercy, you aren't one of them. Please, you've got to help me.
Really? Okay, well, tell me what's going on.
It's my wife, Viola. I think she's being held in this tower.
Really? Well, just calm down and tell me what happened.
I'm sorry. You're right. Let me explain. Viola, my wife, left the farm on errands and never came back. It's been months, and I've been searching for her since. I heard a rumor that these bandits were ransoming captives, so I thought she may be here. I managed to sneak past the guards and get this far, but I don't think I can go on. I'm no warrior. Please, can you look for her?
Of course I can. But are you sure she's being held here?
Honestly, I have no idea. But I've looked all over, and the kidnappings here started around when she disappeared.
Aha.
So I have to hope.
Okay, very well. I'll look for her.
Thank you. I don't have much, but I can give you some coin for the trouble. One of the guards dropped this key while I hid.
Of course he
I
did.
wager it'll
Yes.
come in handy for you. Please hurry. Until you can find out whether Viola is here, there's nothing I care to discuss.
Well, all of a sudden you've gotten mean. What'd you... Okay. Okay, search Mistwatch for Viola. All right. All right.
Until you can
A
find
grand
out where
soldier.
the Viola is here, there's nothing I care to discuss.
Oh, keep your panties on, for heaven's sake. Scroll of Bane of the Undead. A torch. An iron warrow. I didn't want any of that.
Until you can find out where the Viola is here, there's nothing I care to discuss.
Yes, you've said that. You've made that clear. Okay. Requires a key, which we just happen to have. Okay, what were we discussing? Oh, sometimes a blacksmith's apron. Oh, I forget. I'm not at the beginning of the game. But I'm going to be shortly, aren't I? Ooh, good stuff. Pheasant, woodcutter's axe, pheasant breast. That's all good stuff. I would take that normally. That's all good stuff. All right. I always go upstairs on the outside. What do we got here? Just plain Nord mead. You actually get a better angle on things if you're coming up from on the outside. If you stay on the outside. Whoa, that was magic. Okay, slick move. Zephyr is my bow, my favorite bow, the bow as far as I'm concerned. And much to my surprise, I ran into a YouTube from a young man who, with some rather dubious math as far as I'm concerned, but since he wound up agreeing with me, I'm not going to cast too many aspersions on his calculations. But using math, he came up with the conclusion that Zephyr is the best bow in the game. Now, I had decided that Zephyr was the best bow in the game. I didn't use math to do it. I used common sense. And my reasoning's based on this. You see down in the lower right corner, it says it fires 30% faster than a standard bow. And it's just a dwarven bow, so you can improve it, and it'll let you improve it using your smithing skill. And it can be improved tremendously. And you can improve it, well, into the stratosphere, which this one has been. That 628 is not the limit. That's actually into the thousands. Only the damages won't show up. Once it gets over 1,000, it doesn't show up. You have to drop it and look at it to see actually what it is. But then if you look at the perk tree, you see the quick shot, which is can draw a bow 30% faster. Now those two actually stack, and they really do. As a result, you get this draw, and that is fast. Now, if I run across a bow somewhere in the game, I'll pick it up and I'll show you the regular draw. And you'll see how terribly slow it seems compared to that. Now, common sense says that if you start throwing out arrows at that rate, that you're in good shape. Now this fella used math to prove it. Using math to prove things is basically the same as using statistics. And I think it was a fine Prime Minister of Great Britain who said that there were nice move. That move just amuses me all to get out. Where are you going? Where were you going? I think it was one of the prime ministers of Great Britain who said that there were lies, damn lies, and then there were statistics. And statistics are basically nothing more than gussied up math. And the truth of the matter is you can prove anything you want with math. Oh, the lady we grabbed down by the river turned out to be a feisty one. Burbag thought he could beat some respect into her, but it looks like he used too strong a hand. The boss is not going to be happy when she hears about this. The boss is a lady. I meant to take. Okay, so I'll take. Okay. Uh-oh. I bet this is the lady in question in the note. Is one of you Burbag? Well, I don't know. Not going to tell me a name. Well, I hope so. Then you got what you deserve. I'll just kill them all, let God sort it out. Actually, in Skyrim, it's the gods. Right. I'll kill them all and let the gods sort it out. Daedric arrows, gold lockpick. Now, whoa. You're just sitting there quietly, weren't you? A Nordic Warhammer. This Nordic stuff is nice looking. They put some nice looking design work into that Nordic stuff. That wound up in the game as a result of one of the downloads. Not sure which one offhand, but one of the downloads wound up with the Nordic stuff. And whoever designed it did a crackerjack job, I think. Boy, that key just opened. That was a master key that fell out of that guy's pocket and that what's his name found.
All right, Snowback. Who are you and what are you doing in my tower?
Stand aside, woman. I'm here for Fiola.
Fiola? How do you know that name?
Her husband sent me. Where is she?
Krister? He's here?
Wait. You know him?
The fool's my husband. I'm Fiola.
Oh, no.
Or I was, once. Don't you see?
No.
I left that old scab. Came home to Skyrim and found this rabble of bandits. Didn't take much to prove myself and knock them into shape. Now every free blade from here to Windhelm wants to sign on for a peace.
Well, now that is quite a story.
And it won't end here. I died before I went
Well,
back.
well, what am I supposed to tell Krister?
I don't know. I never expected the old bag to follow me so far. Just get rid of him. But don't kill him. I don't hate the man. I just want him to go back to his farm and forget about me.
Okay. I'll try to get him to leave.
Take my wedding band. Stoon only knows why I kept it this long. He'll recognize it. Tell him whatever you think will convince him to leave. The ring itself is worth a few bits. Keep it as thanks for cutting off the last vestige of an unwanted fate.
Okay, Stoon. Who the heck is Stoon? Usually they're invoking one of the gods when they use that construction. But I don't recognize Stoon. Now, I think this is a funny story. I mean, not laugh out loud funny, but it is Riley, W-R-Y, Riley funny. And I think it's rather typical of Skyrim storytelling. I have several hundred bottles of Nord mead back in a barrel at home.
What news? Why isn't Fiola with you?
She's dead, but I found this.
That. I gave it to her on our wedding day. Help me, Divines. It's true, isn't it? I'm sorry. Keep the ring. I cannot bear the weight of them in my heart. And I must make the journey alone now. Thank you.
Report back to Fiola. Okay.
Oh, it's you. I didn't think you could handle this on your own. Did you get rid of Krister?
He will not bother you again.
How did... No, forget it. I don't care to know. I'm free of the little man, and that's what matters. I owe you a debt, and I aim to repay it. We'll see each other again someday. For now, goodbye and thanks.
Okay. So there you have it. A wryly ironic little Skyrim story.
I'm going to find whoever did this.
Oh, she's finally figured out that all her people are dead. I think it's time for me to leave before she comes after me. I like her. I don't want to have to hurt her. But she's not going to be happy when she discovers she doesn't have any bandits left. Okay. But now that's a funny story. That's just a cute little story. And like I said, very typical of Skyrim storytelling. Skyrim has some big stories, but it doesn't really tell a big overarching story. It tells a lot of little stories. And I, for one, think it does an excellent job of setting up little small stories. It also tells a lot of little tableaus. It sets up little visual stories where you'll find, say, a couple of skeletons with a couple of items around the skeletons, and you have to interpret what you see. It's a very, very old type of storytelling. And it's fulfilling once you understand what they're doing and once you get into it. And but it's what they do. And for me, the fighting is just something that has to be done between the little snippets of stories and between the wandering around and looking at the countryside and the crafting and all the other stuff, which is, to me, what makes this fun. The fighting is, well, it's necessary, but it's not why I play the game. Back to this poor bear. So let's go back home, which is there. And then next time we'll go to Falder's Tooth. So that's it for now. Until next time.